Shelton Benjamin.
This is Harley Race.
This is Mick Foley.
This is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
This is the Monster Abyss.
This is Daniel Bryan.
This is JBL, and you're watching the MWF.
Be there live.
Wrestling fans from around the corner and around the world, welcome to another installment of Wrestling Insiders. I'm Dan Marotti here at MWF Studios, just north of Boston in Melrose, Massachusetts. In this edition, let's check out WWE Beast in the East. It was exclusively on WWE Network live from Tokyo, Japan, July the 4th, 2015. Fans, you truly are our tag team partners in keeping the Millennium Wrestling Federation and Boston Wrestling alive, continuing to bring you a wide variety of great free content online and our action-packed live events featuring the superstars and legends of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. You can make a welcome donation to us direct via PayPal using the email address bw@bostonwrestling.com or help us by engaging with some of our partners. In the month of July, WWE Network presents two huge live events, both featuring Brock Lesnar in the Squared Circle. Beast in the East, July 4th in Tokyo, Japan, as well as the Battleground pay-per-view Sunday night, July the 19th from St. Louis, Missouri, as Lesnar takes on the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Seth Rollins. The first time Lesnar will have had a chance to get his hands on Rollins since WrestleMania. If you haven't subscribed to the best value in professional wrestling media as of yet, click on the link below and watch it on any online platform. You can also help us by doing your shopping on Amazon.com and WWEshop.com using our links below. No matter what you buy, even non-wrestling items on Amazon, we get a small kickback for leading you their way, and it does not increase your purchase 1 single cent. It's a great way to help us out while doing your regular shopping. We have a great online campaign headed your way this summer as we begin our 14th anniversary celebration. We'd also be happy if you joined us by subscribing for free to our YouTube channel. We're starting to close in on 800 free videos for your viewing pleasure, and if you enjoy what you see, please share it with your friends, and more than anything, click the like button on YouTube so it'll showcase more of our giant library to more and more of your fellow professional wrestling fans. In a day and age when indie and underground are cool, let's make this as big as it can possibly get, fans. We got a lot of great content for fans anywhere in the world to enjoy on YouTube, as well as the BostonWrestling.com super site. Got to tell you, fans, this was a really cool event. It was available live at 5:30 in the morning here in the United States, at least in the Eastern time zone. Eden was the ring announcer, who's so unnatural. It's time for her to go back to NXT or come up with something for her. And that's not a attack at her personally, but she's just not a good ring announcer. She tries to imitate Lillian Garcia instead of coming across with her own delivery, and it's poor. And the one in NXT, I believe her name's JoJo, it's the same thing. Instead of trying to imitate Lillian Garcia, come up with your own style. And if your style isn't that good, maybe there's other things you could do besides ring announce. But that's just one man's opinion. Opening contest was great here, fans. Chris Jericho and Neville. Jericho's a well-traveled veteran in Japan, to say the very least, and purposely made this show part of his WWE live event schedule in his return. I believe it's the only opportunity you'll get to see him on TV, or however you might want to classify WWE Network during this current run for him. Great opening matchup, always like the double babyface opener, and this match proved it can work and then some. I thought that this was Neville's best worked match to date, maybe not as far as the high flying goes, but for a complete match, bell to bell, it was excellent. Jericho was never the quote-unquote guy, but he's still a major veteran presence that masters the small things that are so overlooked a lot of the time. Would love to see a rematch between the two. Chris Jericho won the match with the Lion Tamer, but he made Neville look great. Neville was great on his own, too. That's not to say he was carried, but Jericho just brought out a little something extra in this one. WWE Divas champion Nikki Bella defeated Paige and Tamina. The Divas match was terrible. The crowd didn't react in the least to the Bella's garbage that shoved down fans' throats week after week. Michael Cole trying to rattle off women's wrestling history in Japan was weak. It was so quiet at times. You could hear the girls calling spots. That's not wrestling to me. It's garbage. It's not sports entertainment to me. It's poor. I don't understand the point of continuing to present something that fans don't want to see. If WWE is adamant about presenting women's wrestling Give fans something that they want to see. The female athletes in NXT have not been rejected. They've been supported by fans that have seen them all over the world. This is what the majority of WWE fans want, in my opinion. And I think they're speaking loudly by their silence. Brock Lesnar defeated Kofi Kingston. In many ways, this could be looked at as the biggest match in Kofi's career. It was the main event on what would be looked at as a pay-per-view with the biggest superstar in the industry in the middle of the squared circle in Tokyo, Japan. And I'll tell you this, Kofi Kingston deserves it. No matter where he is or what he's doing, he gives it 110% for the fans. Wasn't exactly a squash match, but it sure was a dominating win for Lesnar in this one, who was without Paul Heyman in the land of the rising sun. After the matchup was over, Lesnar circled Kofi like a shark, beat the hell out of him some more with suplexes and an F5. New Day hit the ring to try and stop the pain, but Lesnar beat the hell out of them too. If you listen to the videos here, you know I'm a big New Day fan, but this is exactly what Lesnar needed. Headed into the Battleground pay-per-view July the 19th in St. Louis when he takes on Seth Rollins for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Finn Balor defeated Kevin Owens to win the NXT Championship. Fans, this is a must-see old-school championship matchup. So happy for my old buddy Fergal to return to where he became one of the best professional wrestlers in the world in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and now winning his first WWE Championship in Tokyo. If you have time to check out one match from Beast in the East, let it be this one. From the Japanese tradition of the streamers being thrown before the match to its great conclusion, it was one of the best moments of WWE this year. It was a championship match that lived up to the championship match billing. Got a question, is this the end of Kevin Owens in NXT? I sure hope not, because I think there's a lot of miles left of Kevin Owens in NXT with a variety of opponents. Not only a rematch with Finn Balor, but Samoa Joe, Hideo Itami once he returns from injury, Sami Zayn once he returns from injury. After the matchup, WWE Hall of Famer class of 2015, Tatsumi Fujinami came to the ring to congratulate him. In the main event slot of the show, John Cena and Dolph Ziggler teamed up to defeat Kane and King Barry. Got a question, what was the point? This match wasn't even advertised to be on Beast in the East, at least as far as I remember. Kane was supposed to be on his Hawaiian vacation. The match was fine, a little long. The time could have been given to one of the other featured matchups maybe, like Jericho and Neville. I wouldn't have minded a U.S. title open challenge match between Cena and the King, but that's one man's opinion. It wasn't a bad match by any stretch of the means, but it almost felt like filler, and you'd think with John Cena it should be a little bit more than filler. Overall, I'm a huge fan of this event. I'm a huge fan of this concept. I think WWE can help its cause with WWE Network by having more live specials like this, whether it's partnering with an international television provider, as it was in this case with Beast in the East. Could we see something like that on some of their European tours and other parts of the world? Would love to see live house shows from Madison Square Garden that are so special on the network, or maybe even bringing back the old In Your House 2-hour formatted pay-per-views that had some classic matches before it went to the standard 3-hour fare in the mid-1990s. Let the regular pay-per-views stay on pay-per-view each month, but giving fans an extra bonus. A WWE Network exclusive event gives fans more value for their dollar, and that's what it's all about. Fans want to feel like they're getting value to be a WWE Network subscriber, and that's what's so important when it comes to the total number of paying subscribers each month on the network itself. I tip my hat to those of you that were up at 5:30 in the morning to watch this live on July 4th. I had to catch the on-demand version of it. I would love to know what you thought of Beast of the East. Feel free to share your opinion in the comments section below. Till we speak again, folks, you and yours, be well.
Calling us, we came from the ground and we calling